Welcome to Macrocode. If you are new to this channel, consider subscribing. So today we are going to proceed with our help desk management system. As you can see, we are able to access our landing page. So here we can log in with our username and password. Then after logging in, you'll note that we have been doing some series of videos. And for those who are new, you can actually follow those series. We are now on episode 13 of our help desk management system. So as you can see, we have our tickets module where you can create a new ticket. So here you can indicate the title of the issue. Then you can provide the description. Then here you can indicate the priority of the ticket. Then the category, you can say it's hardware. Then you're able to get the issues. That is the subcategory. Then if you do that, then you can click create. Then it will be able to create now the ticket. So you can see then we also have the ticket comments. So these are the comments that will be added by the technicians. So they will be able to tie the comments to the ticket in case they need any clarification, then they will be able to do that. Then for the categories, these are the tickets categories. You can indicate, as you can see, you have a list of categories. You have the hardware, software, and all these other categories. So you can actually create some categories depending on what you need. So for example, you can create another category. For example, let's say memory. So let's just say memory here. So you'll say this is a memory issue. Then if you create this category, you can be able now to see we have this category here created. Then if you select this category, you can also create a subcategory that is tied to this particular category. So if you go to subcategory, you can also do the same. So here you can see you have the subcategories. If you click subcategories, you will be able to see the subcategories for that particular category. And on this subcategory, you can add new, then you can actually create a subcategory for that particular category. So I'll just say here, let's say it's we can add another. So you can say here, add disk. So if you do that, you can also do the same here. So I'll just put this here. So if you create, then you'll be able to see the subcategory here. So the next thing that we have is the audit trail. So everything we are doing on our application, it is actually being tracked by our application. So you'll be able to see the details, the action, the module, and the table that was affected. And you can see we have the details that are here. So we'll be announcing this audit trail. So keep watching our videos and you'll be able to see what we can do with it. Then you can see we have the system users. So these are the users within our application. You can add a new user, providing the first name, see the first name, middle name, last name, gender, email, phone number, city, country, username, and the password. Then you also have the system code. So this is where we are storing the codes. For example, you see we have the statuses, the priority, and the gender. And these are actually the system options. For example, the status and the priority, if you go to tickets and click add new, you will see this priority list as options. We are actually getting the options from the system codes. So this is the priority. Then we have the system code details. So for every, if you add a new system code detail, you'll choose whether it is a system ticket. You're actually providing the options. So for example, like the gender, I don't know if we created, we can actually create the gender. So here we'll say male. So gender, we know it's male and female. Then here we have one. Then we have gender. So you choose that. So if we create, then you'll note that you have male and female. That is the male as a gender option. Then you can also add another one, female as a gender option. So you can say here female. So then here is female, then this is 2, then this is also a gender option. So if you create that, then you'll see we have another option as a female. Then you have the person who created and the date when this was created. So those are some of the items that we have done within our application. So for those who are watching and you really want us to do more on this channel, please consider subscribing because your subscription actually help us to do more of this. So it pushes us to actually create more videos. And in case you want to support our work, you can always buy us coffee, which always goes a long way in ensuring that we provide you guys with a good content. So what we are going to do today, I want us, assuming you are creating a ticket and you want to share with the technician a screenshot or even an image or even a sample document that will actually guide them towards the resolution of the issue. So what we are going to provide today on this episode is actually a documents attachment. So you can attach a document or even a file, which will also help us now to resolve the issue. So let's go to our code. So on our code, so I'll just zoom in so that you're able to see. So here we are going to our tickets, create action. So this is the razor page. Then I'm going to indicate here, I'm going to have now where we are going to have the document. So I'm going to copy that. Then let's just go to our view model. So on our view model, we can add another class here. So we are going to add something here. So I'm going to say, so this is, I can actually remove this. So here I'll actually say file. Then here I'll say, so I'll say attachment. So here I'll just do, let me just do string. Then you can display here, we can say this is, sorry. So you can say here, this is document attachment. So you can have this as a document attachment. So, or you can just call it attachment. Let's just call it attachment. Then now on our application, we can now go to, so here we have our attachment. Then we want us to do something. Let's go back to our create action. So here we will call this, so here we'll call this attachment. So attachment. Then you can say now here, I want us to change this. So this is not now a drop down, but it should be actually a file. So we should allow the user now to attach a file. So how do we provide that? So what we need to change, we need to ensure that someone can attach a file. So here we are going to provide an input. I'll say input. So I can actually copy one of the input like this one. Then we can say here, this is, so let's just remove this. We can have the class form control. Then here we will just do type. So we just provide the type. So the type here will be file. So that is it. Then we need to provide the, so we can say it can accept, we can provide the options that it can accept. So you can say PNG, we can do .jpg, we can do JPEG, then we can also do .pdf, we can also do .doc. So those are the maybe files that we need. Then the next thing that we need to do is we need to provide it with a name. So we'll say the name is actually attach. So you can say attachment. We can also say our ID here will be, let's just provide with that. Then since we have this now, if we launch our app, you should now be able to see that we are providing the options to attach the document. So let's just launch our app and you see. So this will accept these particular options that we just provided, so that whenever we want to attach, you can limit the kind of files that the user is attaching. So for those who are watching this video and you have not subscribed up to this point, consider subscribing, because you actually are the reason as to why we are doing this video. So share the video with your colleagues and you help us reach more people. So if I just go to tickets and create new, you'll be able to see now we have the attachment. So under attachment, if I just click here, I should now be able to choose a file. So you can see these are some of the options that I can do. So I can attach a document, I can attach, you can see this is a file, and I'll be able to attach this file and upload. But now this is not yet complete. So currently we have not defined how this file will be uploaded. So we need to define that. So first thing first, we need to go to our controller. Let's go to our controller. That is under create, tickets controller under create. we need to ensure that we are getting that particular document. You see here, so to get that file, I'll do comma I from file. I'll just say I from file. Then here, I should actually provide the name of our file. So just go here, and you see this particular name here, copy that name and have it here under the tickets, then paste it here. So our file now will be uploaded to our controller. But now before doing that, we should actually check that. We should actually check if, so you'll just do if the attachment dot length is greater than 0. So that means the file has been attached. So you should always check that. So if the file has been attached, you can actually now define the file name. So you can say equals to, you can say this is a ticket. So you can call it ticket attachment, ticket underscore attachment. You are trying to provide the names. You know, users can give file names some weird characters, and even it can be long. So let's just control that. Though, so we can also do, then we can give it the date, time. Then we can always know the time the file was uploaded. Then we can say to string, so that the file is always unique. So here, I'll just provide now, say, provide me with this. Then I can do month, day, hour, minute, seconds. So I want my file, my date to be in that format. Then if I just do that, then I can always then put in, can say plus. Here I'll just do plus. Then can put in that underscore. Maybe then you can put in the name of that particular file. So you can always, if you want to reuse the name, you can do attachment dot file name. So, but in case you don't want that, you can always remove this particular bit, and all that file will always be unique because of this. So the date time will always be unique up to the seconds level, even if you reattach multiple times. So the next thing is, I want us to now define the path. So the path of that file, we are going to introduce something called a configuration. So that is what we need to do. So to do that, go to our controller at the top. Then I'm going to introduce something called private read only. Then I configuration, which will help us to now access our where the file will be stored, and you can always upload the file to a certain path. So I'll just do that. This is configuration. Then I'm going to do here underscore configuration. Then I can assign it. So we can now reuse this. So we'll say our path equals to, so our path will be equals to, so we'll say here equals, then you can say underscore configuration. Then you can say we need to get the location where the file will be stored. So how do we do that? So to get that particular area where we need to store, we should actually store all our path where the file will be stored on our app settings. So just go to our app settings here. Then we need to define where our folder will actually sit. So I'm going to do something here. So I'll just do that. Then I'll do here comma. So here, then I'll do file settings, then I'll do this. Then we now have, so inside here we can now define where the document will sit. So you'll say uploads folder. So this is the folder where the file will sit. Then you can always define the location. So I'm going to define the location. So I'm going to define the location on my PC. So let me just create a folder. So you can create a folder on a certain location that you want. So documents upload. So for my PC, I've chosen to be to this location. You see, that is the location where my file will be uploaded. D, then document upload. So you can always do that. So you can define where you want your file to be uploaded. So after that, so I've actually created this folder on my D directory. So as you go to our tickets now, we can now access our files settings. So we should be able to tell our system that under file settings, you should access our file settings. So here you'll just take the name. So let's just take the name from our here. So this is the name. Then we just have it on our controller. So paste it here. Then do full colon. Then say under file settings, pick this. And one thing that you need to be aware of, so if you do that, then it will get that particular folder. And here you can see this. So here you can always define as many folders as you can, assuming you have other folders you want to separate the folders. You can always have another folder here. So if you do this, you can always have it. So you can always give different names. Then this will be maybe for another module. So you can always do that. So assuming you want all those documents to be in different locations or even folders. So you can always define as many folders as you can inside that file settings. But now for our case, we are going to define that. Then now we'll get the file path. So our file path will be equals to path.combine. So we are going to combine this path and the file name. So as you can see, this says path may be null. So to remove that, you can always put an exclamation mark here, and that will always go away. Then the file name and is what we have it here. Then the next thing that you need to do is actually to save our file. So we'll just do stream equals to new file stream. So if you do that, then we say here file path, then file mode. So we'll just say file mode, then dot create. Then the next thing is we need to now copy. So we'll say await employee. That is now the file. So we need to get this attachment. So we'll say attachment dot copy to async, then to that particular stream. Then after that, we now say we need now to assign. You see this file that has been, it will actually save this particular file to this particular folder. But now what we need to do in every file that we save, we should always ensure that our ticket in our database, we are able to tell the file name. So as you can see, this is the attachment. So we need to ensure that our model has this attachment so that we are able to track. So that means we are going to change our model. So if you just go to the tickets, we are going to introduce another property called attachment. So this is the attachment. You should always check the attachment that the user has attached. So here we can say the document attachment. So this is attachment. So if we do that, then remember, whenever we change our model, we need to add migrations. So I'm going to add migrations. So I'll just do NuGet package manager console. Then I'll just do here add migrations. So add migrations. Then you say documents attachment. Press enter. Then our migration file will be generated, and we can now update our database where we'll now see all those information. So for those who are watching this channel for the first time, for those who have actually encountered this video and you like what you see, subscribe to our channel, and you can always claim the source code using the link down below, which actually goes a long way in ensuring that we do more videos. So if I just update database, so this will now add this particular column to our database. So it will add it to our database. So once that is added, then we can go away. Now and upload a document. So you can see our migration has been done and everything has been added. So if you go back to our controller, after saving the file, you see it, after saving the file, this will now save the file to this particular folder. We need to tell our application that now the ticket.vm here dot attachment, we need to give it the name. You see this name, because it's the name that will be saved to our folder. Then when you are going to assign here, we now need to assign the attachment name. So you can say attachment is equals to the attachment. So we can now save our application. So we can now run our application and see if that particular folder file will be saved. So I'm going also as the application launches. So let me just open our database so that you see what happens. So for those who are watching this video for the first time and you want to help us, you can always buy us coffee using the link below, and you can subscribe to our channel. So let's just log in. If you go to tickets, I'm going to access the tickets module. Then if I just click new, so here I can add, let's just provide some information. Then priority, say urgent, subcategory is hardware. We can say this is UPS. Then I'm going to attach a file. So I'll attach that. Then if I create, there we go. So there's something wrong. You can see this is actually coming as null. So let's just try and see again. So if we assign that, so if we reassign, let's just do hardware, then you see here. So if I just click here, I want to see what happens. So if we create, you see this is null. So we need to ensure that our form, so some of you might be wondering what could have happened, because we've actually tried to add everything and the file is not being uploaded. So there is one thing that most of guys struggle with. So when you're attaching the file, if you go to the create action, you see we've actually added everything and it looks okay. But there is one thing. For us to get that particular file, we need to add something on our action here, on our form action. You see here, we need to say first this method. You can actually have the method here as post. Then there is one thing. So we need to do something called enc type. Then we can provide multi-path form data. So we need to ensure we add this. So this now will give us the file. So if we just relaunch our app again, that particular file should not be null. We should always get the file and then we save to our database. So if you go to our application, that is the database that we have. So let me just show you how my database looks like and also my table. So if I just select 1000 for the tickets table, you'll notice that we have now a column for documents. You see, this is attachment, and this attachment is actually null. So let's just log into our application. So we are logging in. Then we should now be able to attach a file. So if I just do tickets, add new. So provide some weird characters here. Just provide some characters. Then we say urgent, category is hardware. This is mouse. Then we provide the attachment. So if we just create here, let's see. You see our file, we now have the data. Our file name is .NET Blazor series. And guys, if you're also watching our videos for the first time, we have a .NET Blazor series that will be continuing. So please consider watching that particular series, because we are actually doing some bits. Then we'll start uploading new videos for those particular series. Then the headers, then the length, you can see we have the length. The content type is an image. So if we proceed, let's just proceed for you to see what happens. So our ticket name, you can see it is ticket underscore attachment. Then it has appended the date and time, then .blazor series. Then it's going to our file path. You see our file path. It has actually accessed our file path D document upload. Then it takes to the that is the file. So you see where the file will be uploaded. That is the, if I just do So if I just zoom so that you guys can see, you see the file path is documents, then tickets attachments. This is the file name. Then once we proceed, our file should be uploaded, and you can see the file name will be assigned. So if we continue, you see our ticket has been saved. And now if you go to our database, we are expecting to see something. So you see the file name has been appended to our attachment. So whenever we want to retrieve now this file, we'll always be using the file path. And you can always, in case you want to save the path and the file name in the database, you can always do that. So if we try to attach another one, so let's just do another ticket. So I'm going now to remove the breakpoint. So let's just remove the breakpoint, do another one here, then select hardware mouse, just save this. So if we create, you can see it is saved on our database. We should now be able to see the file. So that is how you upload documents to our tickets, and you can always now see all the details that has been uploaded. So if you just click on details, you can see that we have this particular layer. But now let's just update our details so that it gives us all information. And we actually need to adjust this particular area. So let's just go to details of the ticket. And on the details, this was how it looks like. So for the priority, we need to actually save priority, then dot description. That's what we should display. So we say description. So this actually should be priority ID. Then this should be priority dot description. Then created by, that's okay. So I'm also going to add another one. So here I'll add, so there's something I had seen like status, yes. So here we have the status, and you can say dot description. So you can always add modified by. So you can say modified, I don't know if we have it. I think we don't have that. Say modified. So let's just say attachment. So then here we'll have our attachment. So if I do that, then you can remove this. Then there is one thing. So on our model, so we have that. Then if we go to our tickets details controller, that action, we should actually include some of those information. So if you go to tickets details, so where is it? The details action. So let's just, so in case of actually scrolling down, there is one trick. You can always come at the top here and you can access it. So you can scroll it from here, then you can always get the action. So this is it. So if you go here, you can see you can also dot include. So dot include. So you see subcategory. You can also include. You can include the status. You can also include the priority. So this will give us all the options. So there is one thing that we failed to add, which is the category, subcategory. So if you come here on the details for the tickets, we can now add the subcategory. So here you can add it at the top here, and you can say subcategory ID, then you can say subcategory, then you can do dot name. So if we launch our app now, we should now be able to see all those particular information on the details. So let's just launch our app. So for those who are watching this video for the first time, remember to subscribe, like our video, comment down below, and you really help us to grow and also reach more of our audience. So if you access our app, let's just log in, then go to tickets, add new. So you can just add some characters here, sorry. Then our priority, our hardware, category, then we can assign a document. So if I create it, you'll see these are the details. So if let me just view one of the tickets. So if I click view, you'll see we have the title, the description, status, priority, created by, created on, ticket subcategory, and the document attachment. You see it is actually getting the file name. So today I'm going to leave it at that particular point. If you are following this video, be assured that you are going to cover most of the details in this help desk management system. So that is it for today. If you are new to this channel, consider subscribing and see you in our next video. Bye.